I'm Elise LeBoeuf. I'm assistant principal at St. Bernadette. I've been assistant principal here for 1.5 years. This will be my 11th year going into education. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting as the school year starts, as unprecedented as it is, so many different pressures and guidelines and things that are so different for all of you educators. You know, we talk about academics, we talked about extracurriculars and sports and everything. Another thing is for so many of our parents in our diocese, Elise, before and after care, they're either having to drop off their children earlier than normal, or perhaps picking them up later in the afternoon because they have to work. And here at St. Bernadette, why don't you give us a specific example of exactly how that's going to work here, knowing it's St. Bernadette specific, but I'm sure a lot of it is going to be common to a lot of our schools in our diocese.
Right. So I know a lot of schools in the diocese have both before and after care. At St. Bernadette, we only have after care. Part of the reason is because we allow parents to drop off as early as 7 a.m. if they need to for work. So they're able to come 50 minutes before school starts, which is a nice chunk of time if they need to. And of course, when the kids are dropped off starting at 7, we'll have teachers out taking temperatures and asking the questions, the screening questions, to make sure that they're not showing any of those symptoms before they can come into school. And in the morning, even though it's not a before care per se, they're still socially distanced and monitored by teachers until 7:30 when they'll go into their classroom with their homeroom teachers for the rest of the before time. And then for aftercare, it'll be very similar to the way we've done it in the past. But we have a very large aftercare. We have over 200 students enrolled currently. And the main difference is going to be the number of teachers that we have, and we're going to split the kids up into smaller groups to maintain that maximum capacity that the State Board of Education has put out. So we've hired some additional staff using the CARES funding that's been offered to us so that we can keep it at 24 students with a teacher, so 25 people in a room, and they'll be able to maintain their socially distanced space. We'll also be keeping the families together so that we can make it easier when the parents are looking for their kids. They won't have to go to several different locations. We won't have to call into a lot of different rooms, and to kind of just keep those families together.
And I've got to assume, and again, because of COVID, I mean, cleaning and disinfecting and that type of thing is going on all day, everywhere, in all of our schools. But let's take the aftercare as a specific example, Elise. You know, once that last child leaves out of each particular classroom, it's not like you have them in one location. You've got them spread throughout the school. I've got to assume that's quite a lot of activity in terms of cleaning once all those children go home.
Yes, and actually, in fact, we're going to have the janitors. We have a fogger that's going to go and sanitize. So we'll have the janitors go in between dismissal and the start of aftercare so that they can sanitize for those new kids coming into that room. And then they'll also go into all of the rooms that we're using for aftercare after care is over, in order to make sure everything's sanitized before the day starts the following day.
And this could be a non-COVID specific question, which is sometimes a nice thing. Aftercare, maybe parents who are pre-K, kindergarten, kids who are kind of starting at one of our Catholic elementary schools here, St. Bernadette, or otherwise, just so they understand what exactly is provided in that hour, 2 hours, however long it is that their child is there. Is it help with homework? Do they get snacks? Kind of let them know exactly what's going on during that time.
Right, so at St. Bernadette for aftercare, the cafeteria does provide a snack for the kids at the very start. Also during that start time, we have set homework assigned time, so all the kids, first grade on up, are working on homework for that first chunk of time to make sure it's focused and it's quiet and the kids are able to focus on their homework and study. And then after that, there's different they can read, and they'll put movies on sometimes. They're able to go outside and play. A lot of those different activities that we've done in the past we'll be able to continue to do, luckily, but while maintaining kind of the socially distance. So they get to just kind of entertain themselves until their parents come pick them up.
Okay, and I've got to thank parents who are watching this now who are new to the world of aftercare in our Catholic schools. Help with homework has got to be a pretty attractive option if you think about it. Well, at least we want to thank you for joining us, Elise LeBoeuf, here at St. Bernadette Catholic School in Houma. Again, talking about before and after care in our Catholic schools. We want to thank you for joining us, and God bless you.